What pressures would keep a friend from calling for help even when it was a matter of life and death? In 2005, 4 fraternity brothers watched and did nothing to help as their close friend, 21-year-old Matthew Carrington, died in front of them.
I live with the consequences of behavior for the rest of my life. My actions killed a good person.
Nothing I can say here today will bring back Matthew Carrington or lessen the grief that his family feels.
His death was preventable, and I will live with the guilt for the rest of my life.
Why did these 4 boys do nothing?
Every time I think about it, the feelings rush back, and the idea of what if just stands there in the corner, just not leaving. It's always there. I had no doubt that if I would have known what I know now, that I could have stopped it.
Second, David Bogenberger's life came to a tragic end during a hazing ritual at the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity house at Northern Illinois University. His death has led to 22 fraternity members being charged with violating Illinois' hazing statute. Police say Bogenberger, who was in his first year at NIU, was pledging Pi Kappa Alpha when he took part in a drinking game that required him to consume large quantities of alcohol in about a 2-hour period.
David passed out in the early morning hours, 1 to 2, and was put either on a couch or in a bed in a room, and the door was closed.
The family of a Cal State Northridge student who died while hiking on a trip with members of a school fraternity is demanding answers in what they believe was a hazing incident. Authorities said 19-year-old Armando Villa, a pledge of Pi Kappa Phi, died during an outing in the Angeles National Forest. Officials said the teen lost consciousness on the trail near Big Tahunga Canyon Road after the group ran out of water. The Times reports the chapter has since suspended its activities while local authorities and the national fraternity investigate. Villa's family has publicly blamed the fraternity for the student's death.
College fraternity brothers expect to be charged as early as this morning for the death which happened during a wild frat weekend in the Poconos. ABC's Lindsay Davis is tracking the case. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George, and those charges include homicide. They've been expected since May, but authorities were waiting for a medical report and a digital animation of just how this 19-year-old freshman died during a fraternity hazing ritual.
This morning, some 30 college students could face a slew of criminal charges ranging from hazing to possible homicide as a result of the death of this young fraternity pledge, 19-year-old Chun Michael Dang. The Dang family's attorney claims police assure him those charges are imminent.
They have ruled that it is a homicide and that now the only thing left is for charges to be filed.
Authorities say members of the Pi Delta Psi fraternity at New York City's Baruch College pushed the freshman during a hazing ritual where he was blindfolded and wearing a backpack filled with 20 pounds of sand. He later died after suffering blunt force head trauma.
I can say that it involved physical contact, which became very aggressive.
The incident happened in December during a retreat in the Poconos held by the Asian American Cultural Fraternity. Police say after realizing Dang was unconscious, the students did not call 911, but instead waited about 2 hours before driving him to a hospital 45 minutes away. Dang died there the following day.
It took the jury only about an hour to convict former band leader, 27-year-old Dante Martin. Good evening. I'm Meredith McDonough.
I'm Jim Payne. Drum major Robert Champion was brutally beaten during a hazing ritual aboard a band bus in 2011.
He died from those injuries. West 2's Michelle Meredith is live at the Orange County Courthouse. Michelle?
Well, Dante Martin was the first to go on trial for manslaughter, and the jury wasted no time finding him guilty. Now, Martin was what they call the president of Bus C, the bus where the hazing took place on November 19, 2011, after the Florida Classic. According to testimony, drum major Robert Champion was told to hold on to the rails of the luggage rack and move from the front to the back of the bus while he was being slapped, punched, kicked, and hit with drumsticks, mallets, and even drum straps. The medical examiner said Champion bled internally. That is how he died. Champion's parents and State Attorney Jeff Ashton both said the verdict sends a message.
Definitely not educated enough when it came to alcohol poisoning or anything like that before this, and I wish I had been.
I mean, the whole point of pledging is that you're all kind of supposed to be one united group, and so, you know, but it could have been any one of us.
You gotta look out for other people too. And I didn't know that before. Not enough, at least.